Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most amusing things about President Trump, actually I should say one of the best things about President Trump, is that every single time, Democrats, media, the political establishment, both left and conservative, every single time they think they have something on Trump or they've outmaneuvered him, he simply uses their own momentum against them. And then they don't know what to do. So President Trump right now, this is just as states are beginning to lift restrictions. Washington Post, Trump will temporarily suspend immigration. He's going to sign an executive order. And this is suspending legal immigration, all immigration, into the United States of America. President Trump, the reason I'm laughing is because Democrats are like, we're going to tank the economy, yeah. Don't say it was because they were so focused on people's health. If they were, they wouldn't force Democrats in Wisconsin to vote during a rainstorm with hail pelting them from above. 2-inch thick hail. This is Wisconsin. The other, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, Wisconsin primary. There were pictures of people drenched in the rain wearing masks. Okay? And the Supreme Court had nothing to do with the scheduling of the primary. They could have postponed the primary. The reason they didn't is because they didn't want certain judges or state officials to remain longer who were Republican. So they said, nah, it'll be too difficult to reschedule. But you had Arizona, you had Florida, you had Illinois, you had Wisconsin, 4 primaries. The only thing that flourished during this crisis and pandemic was the Democratic primary. Everything else tanked. Gee, I wonder why. Gosh, it's almost as if Hillary Clinton will be nominee. That's right, yes. So Trump outmaneuvered. She's going to be nominee. Biden's a placeholder. If there's anyone on the planet that believes Biden is going to be nominee, they are being deceived by the Democratic Party. That's it. But here, President Trump said he will sign an executive order to temporarily suspend immigration to the United States, citing the attack from the invisible enemy and the need to protect American jobs. Such a ban would be unprecedented in U.S. history. Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't have tanked the economy. Trump says he will issue orders to suspend immigration during crisis, closing off the United States to a new extreme. Oh, it's a new extreme. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have tanked the economy, and 50%, ladies and gentlemen, look at the statistics, and this is horrendous, and God bless the people of New York, and God bless the people of New Jersey. But if I were a New Yorker, I live in California, if I were a New Yorker, I would say, my God, look what Cuomo and de Blasio, and look what Schumer, and look what Gillibrand did to us. 30%, around 30% of the cases and lives lost are in New York alone. Around 50% are in New York and New Jersey. In the entire country, we have 50 states, people. So Democrats and me are like, well, it's ravaging the country. No, it's not. It's not. It's a horrible, horrible situation, a travesty and a tragedy in certain locations run by Democrats. 7 of the top 10 states in the country amount for like 80+% of all the cases and lives lost. We have 50 states. We've given the keys to Dr. Fauci and all the wonderful experts of the economy, but nobody asked Fauci if they should cancel the Wisconsin primary. Wasn't that funny how that happened? Gee, I wonder why the White House press corps didn't ask Dr. Fauci if they should cancel the Democratic primary. Oh, I'm sorry, that's democracy. So you want to tank the economy, but then you also social distancing. What is this guy James Brolin? The actor Josh Brolin. he apologized. He's sorry for visiting his dad, James. Why is he apologizing? He should be proud. My God Almighty, he's not wealthy enough and successful enough. He visited his father. For God's sakes, he visited his father, James Brolin. He should be happy. He should say, yeah, I visited my father. That's fantastic. Okay, I commend him for visiting his dad. Fantastic. So then Josh Brolin says, oh, I'm sorry for, I apologize for breaking. I apologize. You shouldn't apologize. Josh Brolin should not apologize for visiting his father. Want to know why? Because if he's fine, there's no symptoms there, look, I'm not going to get into it. Do what's best for your health and your life. But if you visit family members because you love them, don't then apologize to appease the same people who would be like, oh yeah, democracy, Democratic primary. No, they cheated Bernie Sanders in 2016, and the Democratic primary is the antithesis of democracy. Now you have President Trump, who said, look, you're going to tank the economy, but you still voted. So the only thing that flourished is the Democratic primary. Biden is there as a placeholder for Hillary Clinton. Bernie Sanders is kicked off to the curb as usual. Bernie is a Green Party candidate, people. A Green Party candidate. Tell your friends on the left that he's a Green Party candidate. He should grow a spine and go to the Green Party, take his voters with him, and then force the Democrats to pass Medicare for all and anything else he wants. But he won't do that ever. I don't know why, but that's another story. They tank the economy, and then they say, oh my God, he's closing off the nation. Well, what did you expect? We have 17 to 20 million people here. Trump is actually doing. I'm for immigration, and I've defended undocumented immigrants. I've written in The Hill how undocumented immigrants benefit the U.S. economy. Okay. And as I was a contributor to The Hill, first the Congress blog, and then a Hill contributor. And I'm all for legal immigration as well. I love immigrants. But if there's 17 to 20 million unemployed Americans, please tell me how Josh Brolin needs to apologize for visiting his father. The guy's does a great thing in visiting his father, and then apologizes for it just to appease the maniacs who are duplicitous and disingenuous, and who just said nothing about 4 to 5 million people voting in 4 primaries. The only thing that actually flourished during this horrendous crisis where you gave the keys to the entire United States economy, $17 trillion. It's a $17 trillion economy. Total size of U.S. economy. Sorry, $22 trillion. Off by $5 trillion. $22 trillion economy. It was $17 trillion probably 6 years ago, 5 years ago. But anyway, it's a $22 trillion economy. You gave the keys to the Fauci and everyone else. But you didn't give the keys to the Democratic Party to Fauci. I wonder why. But anyway, he's signing so President Trump says he will sign executive order temporarily suspending immigration to U.S. So this is not what the Democrats wanted. He keeps outmaneuvering them. My God Almighty, this is like, Trump is like the Roadrunner, and Democrats are Wile E. Coyote. And they're always falling off the cliff. They don't know what they're doing half the time. When they're not presiding over one of the biggest health crises in U.S. history. The biggest health crisis in U.S. history in New York. Not Wyoming, Nebraska, Arkansas, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nevada. Not even Texas, although Texas is 10th in the nation. But they have 10 million more people than New York. And they have 100,000 plus less cases, 150,000 plus, something like that. And over 10,000 plus less lives lost. Why are the red states doing better than the blue states? Because if the reverse were true, they would have no compassion at all. I am showing compassion. I have family. I have family in the East Coast. Okay? I love the East Coast. Okay? Love the Yankees. Love the East Coast. But you have to ask yourself, why are Democrats presiding over the worst, the most suffering, and the majority of the country is not? Especially the red states, especially 9 states that didn't even shut down. Now you have states are like, we're enough. It's enough. And you have Democrats and media and the experts saying, we can't open up the economy. No. We can't open up the economy. Don't you understand we can't open up the economy? It's about safety, people. And Trump's like, okay, well, I'll just ban immigration. just stop it altogether. And they're like, what? But we were just supposed to tank this economy. We weren't supposed to ban immigration. That's against what we're doing. He's completely twisted them into a pretzel, into a hilarious pretzel. One of those like giant pretzels that you put dip them in mustard and eat them. And the giant ones, they're all twisted apart. They don't know what to do now because they bit off more than they could chew. In light of the attack from the invisible enemy, as well as the need to protect jobs of our great American citizens, I will be signing the executive order to temporarily suspend immigration, all immigration, legal immigration, into the United States of America. The reason I'm laughing is because you tank the economy, then you expect work visas? What is that? What's that about? You demand social distancing while at the same time saying democracy allows the Democrats to have 5+ million people in long lines under the rain in Wisconsin, touching doorknobs and touching the same ballots and everything. It's democracy. Ask W. Wasserman Schultz. The DNC is a private entity. DNC lawyers said they could cheat whenever they want to. It's a private entity. They could pick their nominees in smoke-filled back rooms. What are you talking about? They said they could do whatever they wanted to do. And now President Trump's like, oh, okay, you voted? About 5 million people voted in Democratic primaries in 4 different states. Gotcha. But you're pushing to tank the economy, and you're dragging your feet, and you're basically advocating that we don't ever open the economy again because there might be another up and down. But now you're against President Trump completely stopping any attempt by people from other countries to perhaps come here legally, above board, with visas and everything, and perhaps work visas, and take a, let's say, I mean, do you want to lose a job to somebody from England or the UK? If you lost your job right now, I'm not talking about the entitled elitist imbeciles in Hollywood. These people are like, what's the problem? It's like, well, you have $1 million in the bank, or you have 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, $100,000 in the bank, or $2 million. The average American lives paycheck to paycheck, buddy. So you have these comedians, you have these actors, you have these people in Hollywood, you have these you have these journalists who haven't been let go because they make a lot of money from this calamity. Quote unquote journalists. They don't realize that people are living paycheck to paycheck. They don't realize also that 17 million to 20 million Americans do not want to go and try to find a job and have perhaps a person from another country who came here legally, because Trump is severing, I don't know for how long, but severing immigration, apparently, if I have this right, if I have the Hill article and the Washington Post articles right. So the reason I'm laughing is because yet again, If it's not the Mueller probe, and it's not the Steele dossier, and if it's not the Clinton 2020, they cannot do anything right. They are so obsessed with Trump. It will be not only their demise, they will dissolve in a cauldron of their own putrid, nauseating contempt for Trump. They will literally be dismantled in a boiling cauldron of miserable contempt by the biggest imbeciles you've ever seen in your life. They don't know what to do. Do you understand? And Trump is just sitting there every single moment, or era, or every single major event that takes place where they tried, he's impeached, and President Trump's ratings go up, and they're like, he worked with Russia, and then the Mueller probe found he did nothing, and then they impeached Trump, and there were no legal statutes there, so you can't say Trump's a criminal president because he didn't break any legal statutes. You better believe if Clinton were president, there's like 20 million statutes, U.S. Code 793F being one of them. But they didn't get Trump on legal statutes, so you can't say he committed crimes. That was just a couple months back when they were infatuated with this. Then Andrew Cuomo says, oh, well, you know what? There's no reason for undue anxiety. The general risk remains low in New York. Well, there you go. And then New York leads countries, not just this country, countries. When Hillary Clinton, who will be the Democratic nominee, and I will have made the biggest political call of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, I'm the only person that you've ever heard from 2017 till now not just say she's running. Hillary Clinton is going to be the nominee. They're the only person. I mean, she's the only person that has a chance. I give her a 30% chance of becoming president. Trump 70%, and I believe he's going to win. But she could win. Biden would not even get the popular vote. People say, oh, AJ, I'll never let you live it down. Good. Go ahead. We'll laugh together. We'll rejoice together in November when it's Biden. Believe me, it's almost like the political prediction of all time, because I want to be wrong. I pray to God. I go to synagogue and pray to God that Biden is the nominee and that Hillary Clinton is not. Because my prediction is not a good prediction. She could win. And then President Trump would run again and then defeat her. Anyway, listen. Defeat her what, in 2024? But listen. Who was it, Garfield that did that? But anyway. Where was I? They wanted to tank the economy to save people's lives. They didn't care about voting. Trump should have renamed the U.S. economy the Democratic primary, and we would have all been working now and wearing masks and engaging in social distancing and washing our hands and all that stuff. But you know the way it goes. Oh my God. And then you have, we're still finding out new information. So they made grandiose decisions for the lives of 17 to 20 million Americans. We only have 160 million Americans in the workforce, people. But they made grandiose decisions without full knowledge of anything. And then you have the revisions revised downwards. Oh, well, all of it's working. It's like, no, maybe it wasn't what you predicted. Oh, that's right, it wasn't. But you want to know a prediction that will come true? Just like when I was quoted in NPR in 2015, Clinton is unelectable. She's still unelectable. She'll still lose swing states. But she will be nominee again in 2020. And President Trump outmaneuvered them politically yet again. So now they're going to be advocating for people to come in from other countries while they're also advocating for social distancing in this country. So Josh Brolin has to apologize for seeing his parents or his mother, his father, but Hollywood will now say you better apologize if you see a family member, but you should also apologize if you want to stop immigration for other people from other countries to see family members in the U.S. Give me your thoughts below. If that makes any sense, that's American politics today because of the wonderful liberal establishment. if it's that serious, then yeah, President Trump is 100% right in what he's doing. And also, from the economic aspect, you don't want competition from people in other countries with work visas. That's just logical. It's not controversial. So Trump is right in what he's doing. When you have 17 to 20 million Americans unemployed, halting immigration is not the end of the world. And I love immigrants. So that's, Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. I have a great segment on there. And if you want to support my voice long term, my Patreon is below. Thank you.